bago tayo magpunta sa application, you'll begin with an assignment at the end of this session. So I hope this schedule or this flow is amenable to all of us. Salamat. So ready na ba kayong mag-umpisa? So handa na ba ang mga kape? Okay. So let us begin by reading a poem by Richard Beck. Titled The Story is a Doorway. So let's read it slowly and silently. Okay, so hold on. So now let's read the poem aloud and syempre with feeling. So please read it with me. A Story is a Doorway by Richard. A story is a doorway that opens on wide gates. A story is a mirror to reflect the reader's face. A story is a question you haven't thought to ponder. A story is a pathway inviting you to wander. A story is a window. A story is a key. A story is a lighthouse beaming out to sea. A story is a beginning. A story is an end. And in the story's middle, you just find. So thank you very much for reading the poem. So I hope this poem about what a story is and thus serves as a doorway that ushers us into our topic. Tungkol po sa mga kwentong pambata, kwento sa mga bata, ang ating pagsakit ng hapon. Moving forward, we are now going to have our two-part activity. So dun po sa next slide, nakalagay po yung activity instructions. No? So part 1 of the activity is about your personal experience with literature or stories. So you are going to answer these 5 questions. So after I read each question, please type in your answer in our chat box. Okay po? Okay ba yun? Okay. So the first question is, according to a Philippine folktale, who are malakas and maganda? And where did it come from? So I hope I will be able to see your answer. Came from the bamboo tree, sabi ni Teacher Ken. Ang lakas yung maganda came from the bamboo tree. They came from a bamboo, if not mistaken. Okay. Pero who are they? Kawayan. Wow, one of the most well-known versions of the Lakas and Maganda story comes from the Tagalog people. According to the myth, the first humans Malakas and Maganda were born from a bamboo stalk. The bamboo tree that means like forest and then divine being, sometimes referred as Bathala, the supreme God split the bamboo open, he found Malakas and Maganda. Wow. Bilis mag-research ni Ma'am Angelica. Thank you, Ma'am. Meron ka po ba? First man and woman came from a bamboo. Thank you, Teacher Maureen. Wala bang ibang sagot? The story of Malakas and Maganda is a popular Philippine creation myth that explains the origin of humans. It is often shared as a way to highlight the importance of both strength and beauty in Filipino culture. Thank you, Teacher Anthony. How nice, no? How beautiful. So, tama po lahat ng inyong sagot. So according to the Philippine folktales, si Malakas at Maganda po ang unang lalaki at babae at nanggaling na po sila sa bahay. Okay, number 2. What is the moral of the story, The Hare and the Tortoise? Type in your answers when you are ready. Persistence, thank you, Teacher Edna. You can be more successful by doing things slowly and steadily than by acting quickly and carelessly. Thank you, Teacher Gabriel. Sabi ni Teacher BC, the story teaches that perseverance, consistency, and determination are often more important than speed or natural talent. It also reminds us not to be overconfident or underestimate others based on their abilities or appearances. O nga kasi yung Hare, no, very confident siya. Akala niya, talong-talong na yung tortoise, pero natalo siya ng tortoise. Thank you, Teacher Daisy. Shayana, The Hare and the Tortoise, my lesson, don't judge anyone just because everyone thinks you are greater than them. Salamat po. Lulisa pa. Teacher Marjorie, this story teaches that consistent effort and perseverance often lead to success, even if others seem faster or more capable. Tortoise is slow wins the race because of its steady progress. Thank you, Teacher Marjorie. Na-encourage ako dito sa mga sagot niyo Kakatuwa, no? So, it's a reminder to us also to not give up, no? To continue to make steady progress kahit mabagal. And eventually, we will get there, no? We will achieve success. Salamat po. So number 3, ito madali lang to. Kahit hindi na ito i-google, dapat baka alam niyo na to. According to the fairy tale, how many dwarf friends did Snow White have? And what are their names? Sige nga. 7 dwarfs, sabi ni Teacher Iyama. Iyama? Or name? Droopy, Happy, Dox, Sneezy, Grumpy, Bashful, and Silly. Tama po yan. Okay? Meron pa bang magsasubmit? The 7 dwarfs in Snow White are Doc, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Bashful, Sneezy, and Droopy. Thank you, Teacher Christine. Sabi ni Teacher Aini, 7 po. Doc, Sneezy, Grumpy, Happy, Bashful, Sleepy, and Droopy. So it's interesting how everybody begins with Doc, no? Kahit ako din nung nag-answer ako, kung naalala si Doc. So thank you, hindi ko nabasa yung thank you po sa mga nanonood. Number 4, let's see if you know the answer to this one. So who is the award-winning Filipino author and illustrator of children's books whose works include Dio the Late Bloomer, Whose Mouse Are You, Herman the Helper, and Five Little Ducks? Robert Krauss is a different author. Hindi po siya Filipino, Teacher Maricon. But, yeah. I think nagsulat din siya with sabi niya answer, hindi po si Bornstein, Teacher Edizar. Filipino siya, yes! Teacher Nina! Jose Arrego, no? Yan, tama din si Teacher Irene, si Jose Arrego, no? I had an opportunity to meet him in person. Kasi pag umuwi siya, taga New York siya based, pag umuwi siya dito sa Pilipinas, thank you Rayan, tama, si Arrego. Meron siyang pinupuntahang school, no? And then, yung mga tao, pwede magpapirma sa kanya ng mga libro niya, no? I actually have a friend na may collection ng books niya na pirma, na may autograph, no? So, he passed away in 2010. So, we are so proud of him. So thank you sa inyong mga sagot. Medyo nahirapan ba kayo doon? And then number 5, so this is really personal. As a child, what was your favorite story and why? Excited akong mabasa ang mga sagot niyo. Teacher Catherine, si David at si Goliath po. Dahil pinapakita po doon kung gaano po katapong si David at kung gaano makapangyarihan ng Lord sa tulong po ng palataya niya sa Lord na talo po niya si Goliath. Thank you, Teacher Catherine. Teacher Razel, the Little Prince, our favorite ko. This heartwarming tale explores themes of friendship, love, and the importance of seeing the world with childlike one. Tama, it is only the heart that one can see. Lightly one is essential, is invisible to the eye. No? Sabi Teacher Melody, the ugly duckling, the different beauty inside is for us to find out. Yes, lahat tayo maganda. Gusto ko yung kwento na yan. Meron pa po mag-share. Oh, sabi Teacher Mela, alibuhang anak. So this is the prodigal son, ano? Dahil na-realize ang anak nung lumaon ang mga pagkakamay niya. At kahit na siya ay nagkamali, pinatawag pa rin siya ng tatay niya. At tinanggap pa rin siya. Diba? Tambelina! Sabi Teacher Paula. The moral of the story, Tambelina, is that kindness and honesty will help you overcome obstacles and find what's best for you. The story also highlights the importance of remaining true to yourself and good nature even in difficult circumstances. Yes, we love the story of Tambelina. Thank you, Teacher Paula. Meron pa pong magsasubmit. Nakaka-enjoy basahin ang inyong mga sagot. Teacher Laril, one tamad, yes, to act instead of waiting. Tama. Walang mangyayari kung hindi tayo kilos. Oh, Teacher Lori, wow. Ibong Adarna, moral lessons include the importance of determination, patience, and courage in the face of resistance. The story also emphasizes that insignificant things can have significant roles, an idea of parallelities of states. Yes. Thank you. I think I was able to read Ibong Adarna in high school already. So maraming salamat po sa mga nag-share ng kanilang favorite stories in one. You know? Just reading your answers are very encouraging already, no? Really books and stories have something to offer to each one of us, no? So marami tayong benefits na makukuha sa mga kwento. Okay, so thank you for your participation. So yung number 4, yung number 1 to 3, I think you're able to answer all that correctly because they're all about classic and popular stories, no? Pero baka may generation gap na no? Kasi baka dapat mga frozen yung story na in-example ko dito, diba? And then number 4, I added for national pride. Of course, everybody should know about Jose Arvelo. And then, of course, there's no right or wrong answer in number 5. So that's your own personal story. So wala akong mali dyan. Okay. So, kung nahirapan po kayo sa pagsagot, maybe you can evaluate po your personal experience with literature. No? So, tingnan natin, do we need to read more? Do we need to look into the traditional stories more? No? Para po maging mas enrich ang ating buhay, no? With literature. So, sana po ma-challenge po tayo to keep on reading, to keep on reading. Okay, so let's go to part 2. So, part 1 was about your personal experience with literature. Part 2 would be your students' experience with literature in the classroom. So you are going to make a list of titles of storybooks that you have read to your kindergarten students. So you can just type away. So we don't know. So ano na po ang mga aklat, ano po ang mga kwento na inyong binasa na sa inyong mga estudyante sa kindergarten. Si Bilog, si Tatsilog, at si Palusuka. Mga lesson, dapat hindi pagawayan ng iba't ibang form. Lahat tayo ay pantay-pantay. Thank you, Teacher Anna. So you can type as many stories as you can. No? Bible stories po, sabi ni Teacher Kaina, Daniel and his three friends, si Shadrach, si Meshach, at si Abednego, no? Stands for the right, even they immediately thrown. Yeah, nanindigan sila, so taking nila sa Diyos. Thank you, Teacher Kaina. You can type as many titles as you can. No? Bui, Wa, and then si David, di ba? Si David, siya yung dagang nagpunta sa moon, di ba? Thank you, Teacher. Si Teacher Bella, si Aling Octopoda, at ang walong pupita, nawala ang butot ng muting po, Chichiria, at ano pa. Gaganda ng mga titles. Oh, Teacher Nera, ang balong-balong. Kilala ko yung bus niya. Sabi ni Salay, Teacher Salay, ang gamo-gamo. Oo, makinig sabihin ng mga gulang para hindi mapahamak. I would always associate the story with Dr. Jose Rizal. No? Parang may kwento na pinag-usapan nila yung gamo-gamo ng nanay niya. Emma Encantada at ang tatlong halaman. Thank you, Teacher Shirley. Ano yan, for environment, di ba? Si Kaliwa at si Kanan. Thank you, Teacher Catherine. Ano pa? Si Waning at ang bully. Parang kilala ko yung kwento na yan. Yeah. Si Hilalaki, ang panaginip buwan, ang Magic City ni Titoy. Thank you, Teacher Cariza. Aling Octopoda, ang bisikleta ni Momuan. Thank you, Teacher Ella. Meron po ba? Hello, good afternoon, Teacher Luciana. Filimon Mamon. Oo, tungkol yan sa obesity, no? Teacher Paula, thank you. Teacher Paula, twice na siyang sumagot. Thank you, Teacher. Ang panaginip ni Juan. Thank you, Teacher Christina. Yan, tingnan natin, baka meron pa. Ang pangit na video. Ugly duckling, no? Teacher Leia, thank you. Ano yung damo? Ang lagoy na. Sabi Teacher Leia. Halo, special. Thank you, Teacher. Okay, so maraming salamat ulit sa mga nag-type ng kanilang sagot. So again, this would be an evaluation exercise for you, no? So kung wala kayong maisulat na titles, so ano ibig sabihin nun? Kayo lang po ang makakasagot nun. Diba? Either hindi nyo lang maalala or you might have your reasons, no? But again, I want this to be an evaluation exercise for you as well, no? Na for you to get to think, nagbabasa nga ba ako ng mga kwento sa aking classroom, ano ba yung mga binabasa kong kwento sa mga bata, no? So if you have difficulty answering this, wala kayong may sulat na titles, so again, use that to your advantage, no? Get to know as many storybooks as you can, and then start using them, no? In your classroom. So maraming salamat sa inyong participation. So for our analysis, which is on the next slide, so ito na yun, no? Number 1, do you read storybooks to your kindergarten students? If yes, how many times in a school week do you do so? And then why do you read stories to your students? And then if your answer to question number 1 is no, what are your reasons for not reading storybooks to your kindergarten students? So, type muna natin yung sagot natin dun sa number 1. 4 times a week, Teacher Joy. Yes. Yes, as much as possible at kung may akma sa learning competency ko ba yung LC? LC, thank you, teacher. Every day, thank you, teacher Maribel. 5 times a week, every day. Wow, teacher Nikki. Sana marinig kita magkwento. Yes, every day. Thank you, Teacher Sulay. So, nakakatuwa. Every day ang story day. So, let's answer the second question. So, why do you read storybooks to your children? To your students in the classroom? Because it connects on the lesson. So, you read 3 times a week. Teacher Aloy, thank you. Bakit po kayo nagbabasa? Opo, Teacher Jenny, every day. Thank you. Mahirap po bang sagutin? Ayun, Teacher Jessa, to enhance your listening skills, yes. Tama. To activate their prior knowledge and personal experiences po. Thank you, Teacher Jessa. For listening skills, yes, Teacher Lilian, tama. Serves as springboard of the lesson, yes. Teacher Faye, salamat po. Sa aming Teacher Mary Ann, to improve vocabulary and communication skills of my learners, also the emotional skills. Okay? Sabi ni Teacher Miguel, to enhance your imagination and for them to develop their listening skills. Okay, thank you. So, prior to today, I asked some early grade teachers to answer the same question. Let me share with you their responses. So, all of them answered yes. I read storybooks to my students. And on the average, they read stories 2 times a week. No? So, madaig nyo itong mga to kasi kayo, most of you said, every day, you did day, This one's on the average. And then their answers to number 2 are, babasahin ko lang to as is, hindi ko na siya group. I will read the responses as they came to me. So the stories are related to the lesson, so nabanggit din kanina. To help children to read, to expose them to words, to help improve their vocabulary, to encourage conversation, to recall past events and details in the story, and it helps children learn social and moral literacy. Then, as another set of answers would be to encourage or develop a love for reading, to help students discover new words, to improve their literacy, their reading and listening skills. So, marami sa inyo nagsagot nun. Improve the listening skills. In isa sumagot siya, reading to children helps develop their listening and comprehension skills, sparks creativity and imagination. So, I saw that, one of you said that as well, which is crucial in building their critical thinking abilities.